Okay, so we're going to play a game. It's
Oh.
called a lot, a little, or none. So I'm just going to rapid fire a bunch of foods at you, lightning round style, and you get to either answer a lot, a little, or none based off of your recommendations of how much of these foods people should be eating.
Okay.
Okay. And I don't know if your recommendations change for people with diabetes versus people without diabetes, but this is specifically for people with either pre-diabetes or diabetes, okay?
Okay.
All right, here we go. Milk,
None.
arugula,
Lot.
beans,
Lot.
tomatoes,
Lot.
potatoes,
Lot.
olive oil,
None.
coconut oil,
None.
bananas,
Lot.
tuna fish,
None.
corn,
A little. Maybe a lot. Go for it. A lot. Buy organic though, because there's all GMO.
okay, organic corn, quinoa,
A lot.
brown rice,
A lot.
pears,
A lot.
mangoes.
A lot.
There's only one answer for that, by the way.
I know. Robbie would absolutely
Yeah.
kick me out of his mango-centric life.
Mangoes a lot. Okay, cheese,
Never.
turkey,
Never.
white rice.
Yeah, a lot. Let you do it.
Okay, explain that one. White rice a lot.
Yeah, you look, it depends what you pair it with, but if we go to Japan and we go to, a large country with a huge experience that the majority of their calories are from carbs, sweet potatoes in Okinawa, 60% of calories. They have, again, as Robbie mentioned, dozens of varieties of Okinawan sweet potatoes. They tend to be purple, actually. And then the rest of Japan that used a lot of white rice. You had almost no adult diabetes present in the country till oils and fast food came on board. So if you're physically active and you have a fruit and vegetable white rice diet, we also know if you go back to the 1940s, Walter Kempner and the famous rice diet at Duke. I mean, he reversed the most serious complications of hypertension, diabetes, and heart disease with the most bizarre diet in the world. And it worked, and it was peer-reviewed, and celebrities all over the world like Buddy Hackett would go to eat his white rice and fruit and vegetable diet. And it worked, and there's no doubt it worked. It's just a difficult diet to maintain. But so white rice, yes. But you can eat white rice and throw on olive oil and throw on, peanut butter, and then you're just kind of mixing things and making an American diet version. It's not going to be very healthy.
Okay, good. I love this. Okay, fruit smoothies.
A little.
Little. Okay.
A little.
Salmon.
It's still the whole fruit. If you said fruit juice, never. Fruit smoothie, you're still maintaining the fluid, the water, and the fiber, but there still may be a little difference from just eating that apple whole in terms of volume and complexity. Salmon, never.
Okay, so going back to the fruit smoothie, you would say that eating the whole fruit is better, but if you're going to put it into a smoothie, then it's okay as long as the fiber is still maintained instead of juicing it where the fiber is removed.
Yeah, I follow the credo, and I'm sure you agree. If you're going to juice your vegetables, eat your fruit. And if you're going to make a smoothie, 80% veggies, 20% fruit max. And if you're a diabetic, you better watch your blood sugar. If it doesn't work for you, either change it to add more complex. Like I barely turn on the blender when I'm making smoothies. I call them chewies. And you're literally, there's more like a baby food. I like the ability that it's still got some grit, and I still get some dietary nitrate tongue interaction and all that. But if it's not working for you, abandon it. If it's driving your blood sugar crazy.
Okay, fantastic. So salmon, like you said.
Never.
None. Okay.
We could even talk about environmental toxins. I check mercury levels on my patients in their blood, and which is just recent exposure to mercury and arsenic. And I'm telling you, 20% of my patients, some of which are vegan and some of which are, omnivores, have high mercury levels all the time. And, they're so shocked. But it's the sushi, and it's the salmon, and it's the state of the waters in the United States and the international world, which is very sad. But it's toxic to eat some of these food products, including arsenic from chicken and such.
Very good.
Yeah.
Okay. Almonds.
Almonds, a little. Handful.
Walnuts.
A handful, a little.
Cashews.
Handful, little.
Pistachios.
Same answer, handful, little.
Okay. Dates.
Yeah, a lot.
Love it. Okay, we got lentils.
Oh, a lot. Lentils. Love your lentils.
Very good. Butter.
Never eat your butter. I was in LA last week and they have a butter tanning salon. I imagine you put it on your face. I'm not even a proponent of that because there's still animals suffering. Or go watch Marlon Brando's movie Last Tango in Paris if you want to use butter, but do not eat it.
Okay, very good.
Have to go back and watch that movie for a very inappropriate reference.
All right. So if butter's out, what about butternut squash?
Bring it on, baby. All those acorn squashes, and that's where you really see how many squashes are there and how many varieties. So use them all. Pumpkin, amazing stuff.
Yeah, butternut squash, acorn squash, zucchini squash, kabocha squash.
Yeah.
Yep. Carrots.
A lot.
Chicken.
Never, never, never. It's just America's favorite muscle-building food that causes erectile dysfunction like no other. Very high in saturated fat. Yeah.
Okay, that's always one of those foods that's marketed as being healthier because it's leaner and it's white, and therefore people believe that it's actually a better alternative than eating red meat, but it's actually not the truth.
There's no fiber. Just put it in your blender if you love it so much. No, it's terrible. That's let alone the chicken industry and all the horrors going on there, and super antibiotic resistance that's coming up, and the hormones and the way they inject salt into chicken to make its volume higher, and you get the salt load out of eating chicken and your blood pressure goes up. Just, part of that's the food industry's fault, and part of it is the native nutritional value of meat-based products and their native inflammatory nature.
Okay, excellent. Tofu.
A little.
Pumpkin seeds.
Soybeans a lot. Tofu, a little. Sure.
Okay. Pumpkin seeds.
A little.
Okay. Flax seeds.
I'm all for a lot. Ground so that you get all its nutritional value. But yeah, a lot.
Okay. Very good. Grass-fed beef.
Bullshit beef. Is that what you said? I'm sorry. I just got
cut off in the
100% bullshit of American, free-range chicken eggs and grass-fed beef. Yeah, never. I mean, great marketing ploy. Yeah, I know there might be a little more omega-3. Why don't you just take alfalfa and filter it through a cow and, get your omega-3. Just eat flaxseed and algae and greens and walnuts if you want omega-3. Don't filter them through a 1,000-pound animal that's suffering most of its life. Crazy.
Okay, brilliant. All right, and now there's this other food. Maybe you're not that familiar with it. They're called avocados.
Oh, there we are again. Boom, boom, boom. No, yes. It really is, there is data that a whole avocado may lower your lipid values. That's a biomarker, and that's a good trend. And there is fiber in avocado, and there's a lot of phytonutrients in avocado, and they are delicious. But do we know for sure that there's a neutral or beneficial impact on endothelium? Never been studied. The great avocado erectile dysfunction study, or on coronary plaque. I mean, it's until it's resolved. So what I advise people, if you have serious cardiovascular disease, or you're actively working on reversing adult diabetes, follow the program. Follow Dr. Esselstyn, follow Dr. Ornish, follow Dr. Bernard, which were generally avocado-free programs. If you're a free-range, 100%, plant-fed human, but you're healthy, there's clearly a role for some avocados in your diet with no guilt.